it's Tom here from thisonlineworld.com, and today I'm going to share with you the 10 tips that I use to make over $1,000 from writing on medium.com. Now, if you've never had a website before, that doesn't matter. If you don't own a blog, that doesn't matter. I'm going to show you exactly the same strategies that I used to get my Medium account off the ground and earning monthly income. And for my 10th tip, I'm actually going to show how you can make the process very passive if you do already own a website or blog. So be sure to watch this video until the end. Now, I've been freelance writing and blogging right now for about 2 years, but medium.com is really where I got my first start in making money online and consistent income online. My favorite part about this video is that it doesn't matter if you're a blogger, vlogger, YouTuber, freelance writer, or if you're just getting started with making money online. Medium.com is literally for everybody. And if you're trying to build your writing portfolio or become a better writer while making money, it's honestly one of the best platforms to be on in 2020. Okay, so what exactly is Medium? Well, Medium was founded by Evan Williams, the former CEO of Twitter. So if you've ever been on Medium.com, you'll notice it's very minimalistic, it's user-friendly, it focuses on design, and focuses on making content very readable and enjoyable for its users. Medium actually has like over 60 million monthly users or something crazy like that. It's a massive platform which offers a lot of potential for bloggers and also anyone looking to get into blogging or making money online. So popular topics on Medium is entrepreneurship, you have writing, you have digital nomad type things, you have love stories, poems, culture, technology. Moral of the story is you can write anything on Medium, and there's no excuse for not getting started with this platform. Okay, so how does Medium make money, and why does this matter for you, the content creator? Here's the thing, Medium's had a lot of changes in 2019 and 2020. In a nutshell, Medium uses a freemium kind of model. Now, Medium's changed a lot in 2019 and 2020, but I'm going to discuss how the old method worked because it still has relevance for how the new method works. But in essence, on Medium, you have to pay a $5 monthly subscription fee if you want to be able to read unlimited content. So you become a Medium member. You can still use the platform for free, but I think you're capped at like 5 stories, maybe 6 stories a month. So yeah, Medium has no ads. It doesn't really allow sponsored content. So the only way that the platform actually makes money is through these monthly subscription fees. The way Medium used to work since its inception, as far as I'm aware, until the past few months, was basically the more claps you got, like clapping, the more money you got paid as a Medium content creator, provided the claps were coming from paid Medium members. So basically the way the algorithm worked was anytime a paid member clapped for your content, a portion of their monthly subscription fee, so that $5, would go to you, the content creator. So Medium was really like a numbers game at that point. You needed to write kind of clickbait content, you needed to get as many eyes reading your content as possible, and it was all about clap. Now, recently, in the past 6 months or so, Medium's changed their algorithm completely. So now it doesn't work based on claps from paid members, it works on reading time from paid members. And honestly, this is huge for anybody getting into Medium right now because it is less of a numbers game than it used to be. The problem with Medium before was if you didn't have enough claps to kind of get your article rolling, you didn't really make much money because a clap wasn't worth that much. Because if you think about, if the average reader reads, let's say 10 articles a month or 20 articles a month, a clap from them doesn't really do much, especially because you can clap like 100 times on an article. So now Medium pays authors based on read time from premium members. If your story is really captivating and really good, and you get just a few eyeballs on your story, but they read your article until the very end, you make more money from those users than you would have if, a few months ago, if those users came and clapped once and then just left. Main takeaway here, Medium pays from read time now, not from claps. Okay, so it's time to get into my 10 tips for how you can start writing on Medium today and how you can maximize your exposure and your earnings from this platform. Honestly, my first tip is that you still need to play a bit of the Medium game and you have to write for higher engagement. Claps are still important on Medium in getting people to engage with your content through, clapping, commenting, even giving you a follow on your profile is still important because that is actually how exposure still works on the platform. So the more people clap, your story might pop up in people's recommended feed, and that's how you get more eyeballs on your page, on your stories. You have to just write engaging content. Ask people for their opinions. Write long form, engaging content that encourages people to actually read the article, process what you said, and then maybe come up with a question or two. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for engagement. Don't be afraid to write longer stories than what the competition might be doing. The name of the game is engagement at the end of the day. So Medium is a very strong visual platform, so you also want to take advantage of this when trying to create engaging content. So segment your articles, make it user-friendly and scannable, and make sure you chunk your actual content. I see a lot of content creators on Medium where they treat it almost like an essay format because Medium is so visually appealing. Don't do that. If it's like a wall of text, yeah, not a fun read. So don't do that. Long form content, chunk it, and actually be engaging. Second tip for making money from Medium.com, and again, this one relates to getting higher levels of engagement and actually getting eyeballs on your stuff, is to create a compelling, actionable title. Now, actionable is really the key word here. I've experimented with tons of different types of Medium titles, from the clickbait ones to the listicle style to how-to articles. And honestly, for me, and I think a lot of other content creators, how-to articles it's where the money's at, honestly. Because if you think about it, when somebody stumbles across your Medium profile and they don't know you, they don't care about personal anecdotes. They don't care about a really cool story you had. What they care is about how your content can actually benefit them. That being said, if you create articles like how to do this or X ways you can accomplish this, and you have a tangible goal at the end, that's just a nicer read for everybody. But yeah, so I'll put up a little screenshot here that shows some of my best Medium articles from all time, and as you can see, it's ones that actually have actionable goals and tangible results at the end. It's the how to make money by writing articles, or how to build wealth as a young adult. It's not really some of my other articles that kind of fell a bit flat, as you can see from the stats here. Okay, third tip for making money from Medium.com is to use curation-friendly tags when you're publishing your story. Medium does use a tag system still. They used to back in the day, and nothing's changed there. And what that means is, when you publish a story and you submit it to the Medium Partner Program, which is actually how you make money, you can tag it with 5 tags. And basically what those tags do is they tell readers what your story is about. And it helps Medium's algorithm also place your story in the right feeds and in the right communities. Medium tags are honestly a little bit like SEO. You have the massive tags out there, which would be like massive keywords, and you have the smaller ones. Now, it might be tempting with your first story to say, well, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm going to tag it entrepreneurship. That tag has like 400,000 followers, and it's extremely competitive. Same goes with a lot of other tags out there, like writing, or the general like one-word tags. Since you only have 5, you want to be a little careful with which tags you select. So I write about personal finance, so normally I'll throw in like 2 larger tags I'm kind of gunning for, 2 medium tags, and then 1 like really low volume tag that I think I can rank in or get my article to place in. What you also want to focus on too is tags are how Medium curators pick an article to then curate on the platform. So Medium actually has quite an extensive editing team as far as I'm aware. And what they do is they look for the best content on Medium under these tags, and they decide, hey, I really like that article, I'm going to curate it and push it on Medium. And curation is what kind of gives you like that juice you need to really get an article out there. So what your overall marketing strategy should be is assert yourself in certain tags that pertain to your niche. Yeah, for example, I always use the tag money, and I've been curated from the money tag I think 2 times or 3 times. So once you notice like the editors kind of like your content in a particular tag, like keep hammering it, always include it in your content as long as it's relevant to what you're writing about. Okay, tip number 4 for making money with Medium, and this one has been beaten to death, and there's tons of guides on how to do it, and honestly it has helped me a lot. I don't think it's as important as it used to be, but tip number 4 is to submit your content to Medium publications. Now, there are hundreds of Medium publications out there. I'm going to put a link in the description that contains like the best Medium publications with the most followers that are, many of which are now accepting writers or accepting submissions. Now, if you don't have a Medium profile with like, thousands of followers, getting one of your articles in these publications is a massive way to expand your reach and just to get more eyeballs on your content and to kind of go semi-viral for a little bit. I submit my content to publications like The Startup or Noteworthy, which are some of the larger publications on Medium. And honestly, like getting a story in there can really make the difference between the story getting no views versus a story, being a consistent earner for months after month after month after month kind of deal. There's no harm in submitting a story to a publication. At the very worst case scenario, it'll just stay pending for a long time. You can cancel it and then just submit it to another publication. Okay, tip number 5, and this one is true for YouTube, it's true for blogging, it's true for pretty much anything, and that's to spy on your competition. There's always going to be somebody ahead of you on Medium.com, especially because like the platform was founded in 2012, so there's been, some people have been doing this for a long time. Yeah, spy on them, see what they're doing, like how do they craft their headlines, how do they craft their articles, what images are they using, do they interlink between articles a lot, like basically just study somebody who you want to be on the platform and figure out every tip and trick they're using and take it for yourself. Yeah, like don't outright steal things, don't, Don't take everything they've done piece for piece. Have your own style, develop your own profile, but honestly, there's nothing wrong with spying on the competition, learning from them, and then making your profile better. Tip number 6 is to join engagement pods. Now, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this because in the blogging community, engagement pods usually crash and burn within like 3 months. Medium engagement pods are very similar. Honestly, you can join a dozen medium engagement pods on Facebook, like various Facebook groups. The idea being you share an article, people clap for it, and then you clap for other articles that are shared. That doesn't really work these days. I mean, there's so many people in these groups, and again, everyone's selfish and busy. Like, I don't blame people for not clapping for my stuff, because I don't really clap for theirs, because no one has time. What you're better off doing is get a group of writers you know who are on Medium, or some friends, or people who are interested in making money online. Start writing on Medium and make a Slack channel together. And every time someone posts an article, ping your friends, let them know you've published something. They'll hop on Medium and start clapping, and that'll help your story get off the ground. Okay, tip number 7, that's to actually engage with people on Medium. Medium's weird. People kind of forget that it is a massive website, and it's not just your own little corner personal profile of the internet. There's, millions of monthly readers and thousands of authors on Medium. Engage with them. Like, start tagging people in your stories. Go comment on other people's stories. Make sure you're reading what's trending. Comment on posts, follow people, check them out on their social media platforms, and kind of start building like a network of people on Medium who you actually follow, and you like their stuff. And then if you clap for them, trust me, like, they'll clap for you. It's just how it works. Okay, tip number 8 for making money on Medium, and this one I cannot stress enough, is to actually SEO your posts. Again, people forget that Medium, it's a massive site. Like, Medium has an insane domain authority and like so many monthly readers. Like, you can actually get your Medium story to rank on Google way easier than you can to get your own blog to rank on Google. But people forget that, and they don't SEO their posts. They don't do keyword research. They don't target things that they would actually want to rank for. And on top of that, a lot of people forget, and myself included, to do like on-page SEO, which is how you really craft engaging good articles. Don't be afraid to interlink to your other posts, to cite the information that you're quoting, to add graphs, to add compelling images, and to use headings properly. Like, make a robust article that has proper on-page and off-page SEO, and you'll see in the long run that'll tremendously benefit your Medium profile and how much money you can make from the platform. Okay, tip number 9, and I actually have no data for this, and this is completely a gut feeling one, but it is to game the system. And what do I mean by this? Okay, so gaming the system on Medium, in my opinion, has a tremendous effect on how Medium and their algorithm treats your articles. And what I mean by gaming the system is getting an initial boost of traffic for your article by submitting it to other feeds and other websites. Every time I publish an article on Medium, I like to post it on Reddit, I might post it on Hacker News, I'll post it on Facebook groups or forums I can find. And honestly, this is again, no data here, this is just a gut feeling. I think that when you get more eyeballs on your story from alternative sources, Medium likes that. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, from a website's perspective, it's like sweet, new readers, they might subscribe, they might become, Medium members. And yeah, the bottom line is the more people reading your story, the better. Never hurts. So you might as well hit publish and then immediately start sharing your story anywhere you can think of. Okay, tip number 10, and this is my favorite one because this is the passive income part of Medium, and this is honestly how I've made the bulk of my money to date from using this platform, and that's to use the import a story function. This isn't really for anybody who's a new blogger or someone who's trying to build their writing portfolio, but it is for somebody who has an established blog or who has like dozens of articles out there that they've written. You're sitting on a potential gold mine when it comes to using the Medium import a story function. What is this function and how does it work? Well, Medium is actually a great platform for content syndication, which is basically you take content that already exists and you move it over to medium.com, and it's identical duplicate content, and you're syndicating it on a new platform for new people to read. Before you get alarmed and think, oh, you can't just copy and paste stuff from one part of the internet, like your blog, and move it over to a different platform that's duplicate content. Google hates duplicate content. It's not duplicate content. Medium import a story function adds a tag that basically tells Google, hey, this is not the original source of content. This previous article is, so make sure you don't let this article rank in search engines, and make sure you treat it as syndicated content and not as original content. Now I'm going to put up a little screen here that's showing you just quickly how you basically scroll up to the top when creating a story. You hit import a story instead of create a new story, and you just put in the URL from let's say your blog. You take a blog article. Here I'm taking one from thisonlineworld.com. I'm sliding it in to the field here, and I'm just hitting import a story, and you'll see that it does indeed take the story from my blog, put it into medium.com. Basically what you have to do at this point is just some editing tweaks, because Medium is kind of finicky, like they'll mess up bullet points or images a lot. You might have to tinker around with the article to get it right, but wrapping this point up, the most powerful part about it is if you already have content out there or on your blog, you now have free content from medium.com. And this is honestly how I've made the bulk of my income from writing on Medium. I'm just writing on Medium, I just import on Medium. Because if a story blows up on Medium, you still get paid the same way for imported stories. There's no difference here. So yeah, basically anytime I write a blog post on This Online World that I think could do well on Medium, I'll just port it over. And my most successful stories have come from This Online World. And as an added bonus, you can redirect traffic from that imported story back to your money-making website. So for example, all of my imported stories will say at the top and bottom, they'll say originally published on thisonlineworld.com. And they'll backlink to my site. Now it's a no-follow backlink, there's no like SEO benefit here or anything like that, but I get readers every day from medium.com. You're almost like double dipping on anything you do. You know, you write something on your blog, you make money there, you move it over to medium.com, you make money there. It's honestly a really efficient use of time. Worst case scenario, a story doesn't take off, you wasted 5 minutes importing it. You already wrote it ages ago. That's my 10th tip, and that is how you turn medium.com into a pretty much fully passive source of income. Okay, well, there you have it. Those are my 10 tips and strategies on how you can start writing on medium.com today and make regular monthly income from your writing. It's really not rocket science. It will take time, but there's no excuse for not getting started. Medium's free. It's easy to use, and if you already have content out there, you can just hit the import a story function and you're already rolling on this platform. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to be producing more content here. I still make most of my content on thisonlineworld.com, but YouTube is my plan for 2020. Yeah, so I would love if you hit the like button and subscribe, because more videos are coming shortly. Catch you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching.